is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, Lafrida's cleaning service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. Lafrida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy show.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show, we welcome Hollywood stardom. Contributing to a multitude of film, television, commercial, print, modeling, and voiceover, here to share his successful journey of 30 years in Hollywood entertainment. I introduce to you Douglas Kampner.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you running like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in and spending another terrific Tuesday with us on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my absolute pleasure to bring to you the world's sexiest granny, the most beautiful woman in the world, the Queen herself, Queen Silvy.
Yes, say that if you will. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Yes, I am Queen Silvy on this terrific Tuesday with the Queen Silvy Show. How you doing? Well, Smooth, how are you doing?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and how are you doing?
Well, as always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious,
Yes.
I suppose, is 24/7 and 365. Queen Silvy, you're just simply
I know. Amazing. double true that, because yes, I am amazing. But you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing. We have an amazing guest as well as announcements for today, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. We do have a terrific guest, as you said right at the intro of the show. He's been in Hollywood for, 30 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be having an extensive, probably entailed conversation with Doug Kampner. And that's going to be coming up here in about the next 15 minutes, maybe, once we get through all this. I love you so much.
Stop. Not now.
Anyhow, of course, our hearts and prayers are going out to the world, everything going on in the Middle East and in every place. It's amazing. Gosh, Korean.
In your
China,
backyard.
In our backyard, people
Anywhere.
getting shot away.
Yeah.
Hey, put down the guns, pick up a flower. Give somebody a flower, and, instead of attitude. How about that?
Right.
National Flower Day. We
Right.
give a person a flower day instead of giving them attitude day. How about that? Anyhow, hey, when it all comes down to it, faith over fear.
That's right, baby.
We got that down too.
I know.
Yeah, you know that.
I know.
Oh, also, hey, if you would, please look at the top of the screen. You got to see ways of getting hold of Queen Silvy and myself. If you would, go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com, and you can go ahead and go to the contact tab, slide on down and go drop us in your email, and we'll keep in touch with you and let you know what the heck we're doing and where we might be next. Maybe. Also, hey, you know what? Because you're worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that's someone special. That's right. Go ahead and get hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or visit her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com.
That's right.
Another way to keep up with Queen Silvy and myself is to go to YouTube. When you're on YouTube, simply type in The Queen Silvy Show in the search engine, and you'll get all of our shows, as well as some other projects that the Queen and I are working on. And while you're there, we'd appreciate it if you would please subscribe. Analytics from last week.
Okay.
Australia, Africa, the Bahamas, Barbados, Canada, Ireland, Jamaica, New Zealand, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, the United Kingdom, and the U.S. of A. Hey, thank you, man, for tuning on.
Thank you indeed. We do appreciate it. In fact, if you are watching this live, I want you to know Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on the archive,
our love is everlasting. Yeah.
our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate
100.
you.
Yeah.
That's right. On this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. Ooh, you know what? You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in. Get some of this super greatness. I'm looking forward to my conversation with my wonderful guest today. As Smooth said, the lines are open. You're more than welcome to call and ask our guest a question. Give a shout out or holler at Smooth and myself. You know I'm going to holler back, but come on, holler at me. That number is 817-602-0577. That is the number to the Queen Silvy Show. Before we get things going with my wonderful guest, you know me. If you don't, you will now, because what I like to do at this moment is accept that clap. But I'd also like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Successful and unsuccessful people do not vary greatly in their abilities. They vary in their desires to reach their potential. When you powerfully push to reach your potential, your life's purpose will have no choice but to manifest in the world. Focus on making you the best you can be and follow your own path. You do that, and if you set peace of mind as your highest goal, organize your entire life, hey, success will definitely follow. That's right. And those are some motivational words, boy, from the Queen Silvy Show to
Now
you.
you take the applause.
Yes, now I will take that applause.
It'll
Indeed.
manifest itself.
It most definitely will. Before we get into my conversation with my guest, also, I would love to give some shout outs, if I will, because you are very deserving, my good kings and queens from all over the world, like you, Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rouse. Shout out to you. I like when you point at the same time. Shout out to you. Yes, right. To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer. Shout out to you. To my grandsons, my poo-poo-poos, you know who they are, Omari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron. Shout out to you, as well as you, Queen Asia, Aaliyah, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour. Shout out to you. That's right. To LP and Cynthia, Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, and Precious. Shout out to you. As well as you, Kelly and Ryan, and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls. Get it? Shout out to you, baby. That's right.
You should have a drink after all those shout outs. Aren't you dry? You parched?
Never.
Shout outs.
Never, for I am Queen Silvy. Giving a shout out to you, Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey. Shout out to you. All the way in Africa, my good friends Websterito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, Princess Aria Lua, and Amy Kanema. Shout out to you. Shout out to Robin Taylor, DJ Team Broke 100. To my good friends, my good queens over in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross. Shout out to you. To Lorenzo Gabaniza, James and Audrey, Nana Linda Hartley, and Edith Verhoek, who is doing some stand-up in the Netherlands. Shout out to you. To Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gore Dobbs, Brian Pearson, Miguel Montalban, and my good friend, Joe Mass. Shout out to you. Hey, that's what I say. If you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you want us to represent and shout out, we'll gladly do that 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. Because we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Hey, check this resource out. And again, you have time to be kind. Spread the word for someone else. So come on in, get some of this super greatness. And when we get back, let's get on a great conversation with a superstar from Hollywood entertainment right here on the Queen Silvy Show. Hey, welcome back on this terrific Tuesday. I tell you, you are in for some super greatness on this terrific Tuesday. You do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of this. Contributing to a multitude of film, television, commercial, print, modeling, voiceover, and so much more. Hey, 2 words: exceptional and extraordinary. That's what he is. Sharing his successful journey of 30 years in Hollywood entertainment. I introduce to you Douglas M. Kampner.
Thanks so much to be here.
Well, hello. How are you today?
I'm doing great this morning. Thank you for asking.
Well, I'm honored that you took the time to be here on the Queen Silvy Show. You are one exceptional guy, as I said before. I think that you were born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then you moved to Hillsborough, California. Are you still in Hillsborough?
No, I had left my hometown of Hillsborough, where I grew up with Bing Crosby. I was 2 houses away from him. And,
how cool is that?
That was an incredible experience. I grew up with his family, Catherine Crosby, Nathaniel, and we had a great relationship. And I learned a lot about entertainment through their family as well.
So where are you currently today located?
I'm currently in Los Angeles. I've been out here for 30 years. I finished school at Cal State Northridge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I began my acting career.
Well, I heard that your passion for acting was ignited and inspired by the great Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder while you were over another famous guy's house, Dick Van Patten. I'm like, what? What was about these guys that you found so inspiring?
Well, we had a great experience when I was asked to come over to Dick Van Patten's house, the father of Eight Is Enough, and his son lived right next to him, Vince, and I had a friend of mine who invited me over to play some basketball with them. So I played basketball, and we actually got to talking, and anyway, it just so happened that moment that Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks were playing tennis together, and
wow.
It was amazing because at the end, Mel Brooks came over and said, "Would you like to come over to my new premiere," which was life stinks. And if you know about Mel Brooks, he's a much of a comedian, and he really is
Yeah.
a gentleman. So yeah, I
Wow.
started back then, and it never stopped.
That's amazing. But once you did become inspired, what did you do to obtain the training and the know how for the entertainment industry?
Well, actually, I was asked by a girlfriend of mine who was an actress in school, and she asked me if I'd be interested in starting my career. She liked my look, and she thought I'd be good for it. And also, there was another gentleman in our school at Cal State Northridge studying marketing, which was Morris Chestnut. And Morris
Ah,
Chestnut was starting out in Boys in the Hood, and we
right.
were actually gym partners as well as students together. And he allowed me to learn about what he was doing and asked me, if that was something I'd be interested in also doing. And it developed ever since.
Wow. You heard that saying, it pays to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and man, you know somebody.
Well,
Right.
it's not about knowing somebody, but using those tools to develop yourself. I think that
Absolutely.
developing, skill and talent takes time, and it's not, all the time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen down the road, and you never know when it will happen. So you got to be
Absolutely.
prepared.
Sometimes I think it's just being in the right place at the right time. As you said, you just happen to be over there when they're playing tennis. And I'm sure there's been happenstances. I ran into happenstances where I ran into people. It's like, this is just incredible. And it just happens. And, if you seize the moment as you did, you seize the moment. If not, hey, well, but it sounds to me like you've had a lot of things that's come into your direction. You just seized the moment and you were successful.
Yeah, I always put myself in a situation where I'm adaptable to change, and if something is in my and I'm aware of what's happening around me, I utilize that to my benefit.
Very smart. I mean, listen, your first acting role was a lifeguard on Baywatch. Who can say their first gig was something as great as that?
I didn't understand it at the time how big the show was going to be, but I ended up with those red shorts, with the lifeguard outfit, and I kept them actually afterwards as a remembrance of the show. And Pamela Anderson was nice, and Hasselhoff was nice. It was all a great team effort, and I just had a great time with it. I also was able to work on other shows as well back then. I started with the movie Newsies out of Disney.
Wow.
I was a newsboy, and it was a musical, and we were singing together, and that worked out well. I also was on the last episode of Cheers, and that was an experience as well. So back in the day, these were actually major hit shows, and I was and it was a blessing for me to actually be on them. So I'm grateful.
You should be. That is so outstanding. So, you personally, what type of roles do you prefer or enjoy to do?
Well, actually, I like drama. I'm actually heavy in the business. I actually act as a goon, mob boss, some mobster. I like those type of roles. I'm also a dad. I play various roles. I like to be, multi-dimensional, but for the most part, people see me, as a mob boss. I
Yeah,
was in
I can
deep
see
under.
that.
Yeah, I was in deep undercover, and we had a scene where I was actually, going after the main guy and beating him up in a sense. And I don't propose violence in any which way, but this was an experience that I'll definitely keep in mind going forward.
Yeah, you have a great face. You do look like you can be very convincing as a cop, a detective, like you say, a mob person. But what about comedy? Do you ever think comedy might fit in somewhere?
I'm open to comedy. It's just that I haven't really had it come my way. I'm not a comedian at large, but I did do
Do you want
a
to stop it?
one of these sitcoms for recently, and about a year ago, I worked on a comedy sketch with somebody, and I was also a mob boss, and it was kind of comedic in what I was doing. So I guess you could say I do comedy.
That's all right. With an array of films and televisions under your belt, also comes the directors. Were there any directors throughout your career in the past that really inspired you?
Actually, I worked on a national commercial, Quaker State Motor commercial about 5 years ago, and it just so happened that I was casted as an in the commercial from David O. Russell, who actually won the Academy Award for The Fighter that year. And he had a commercial, and I auditioned for it, and I got the role. And then David came working with other people as well. I also am a part-time limousine driver. I've driven a lot of famous actors and executives and princes and people like that throughout my life, and it's been
A limo driver, bus
oh
driver,
really?
school driver. Oh, so many things I wanted to do, but I moved on to other things. But I've heard that people often say actors are more emotional and more sensitive. Do you agree with that?
Oh, I think that they are. I think that most actors are very much involved in emotion, and they show it and display it in many ways throughout their film careers and just everyday life. But I'm emotional sometimes, and of emotion get to me. I get it emotionally under control and sustain my character, and that's the way an actor really goes about doing things, is controlling their character and getting into people around them that actually care about them. I care about what I do as a person. I actually work with my social media content in branding my own image. And I think that a lot of people rely on other people to do their own work for
Mm-hmm.
them. So for me, I take my own image and I'm branding it in my own way. So I'm kind of molding it as an
I like
artist.
that. Yeah, I prefer that way also. I mean, and that's how it is in the music industry. Back in the day, when you're a musician, an artist, you want to get signed to a label so they do all the work. But now with independent artists and things, everyone's out there pushing and grinding and doing their own
Mhm.
branding and work. So I like it that way because you do it your way and not someone else's way. I'm not trying to change who you are or your image.
Well,
But
yeah.
with 30 years experience in Hollywood entertainment, and I got to say doing what you love and you're good at it, what changes have you noticed about the industry over the years versus decades ago?
Well, in the beginning, you had to actually meet the person and meet them directly, the casting directors, the directors, and actually hand them a black and white 8 by 10
Mm.
picture of yourself and your resume. And today, it's the opposite. You don't even get a chance to meet them. You're doing it virally, and you're sending in video auditions. And you now with the COVID coming out, you don't even get to see them in the rooms now. So
Right.
that's a big deal that I've noticed, and I'm just aware that it's important to keep within yourself and use whatever knowledge you know and use it in the best way possible. I don't push people, in certain ways to make them think of me in any other way than my talent, my skill level, and my development. And with those, that's what keeps me going.
That's awesome. Smooth, did you have something?
Yeah, I absolutely had a question. You had talked about with the availability of marketing now, and especially since you market yourself, you brand yourself, and the power of social media out there. Do you find it tougher now for you to find yourself even employment roles with the competition out there because of the availability of social media marketing?
Good question.
Well, I was in a commercial acting class a couple months ago, and it was from a casting director, Lacey. in Hollywood, and she's one of the biggest commercial acting coaches and casting directors there is in LA. And actually, she said that social media wasn't the way to go, and it's like meeting them in person was the probably the best method to gaining employment. But as far as social media goes, I think that in today's world, there's a lot of haters and people that are on
Yeah,
the negative level, and they don't want to support you in any which way, which makes you concerned. And I always wondered why these people don't support me, and if you know who you are and what you're doing and you support yourself, then I guess that's the best method.
absolutely.
And that is,
That's true.
and you touched upon a horrible issue that's going on, and that's the mental anguish that's bestowed upon a person who looks at that social media post. Why are people not responding, or why are they responding negatively?
I never understood that because I never am involved in controversy. I don't believe in
Yeah,
getting people in the wrong state of mind. I believe in support in any which way, and I
absolutely.
am just grateful that people like yourself ask me for advice and ask me to be on their show, and I can support other people in that manner as well. And I actually have a service out there in Hollywood. Where I give my own advice for people starting in the business.
That's
I
good.
have people that I give advice to for social media content, acting, and preparation, and all that combined into a service that will help them develop as a brand and not just some image.
That's good. How
Now,
can someone get
now,
in?
is this something that you're just doing, or is this something that you're actually monetizing off of?
I've actually monetized. I've done it before. I'm doing it again. If I run across some people, they usually find me on social media. They like my posts. They like what I'm doing. They wonder where it's coming from, and then they come out and reach out to me.
Got it.
So
Well,
that's
that's
how I've been
great.
able to find that.
That is so great because you kind of answered what I was going to ask you next, and that's what did you learn early on that still serves you today, and that could possibly help a newcomer entering in this business.
Well, I learned that a lot of people, especially in Hollywood, I don't know. I think you're in Texas, but
We're
I'm
up
from
north
Hollywood.
temporarily. We're up in Ohio right now.
Oh, you're in Ohio.
We
Okay.
were
Well,
Texas. We're everywhere.
And we're close to
okay.
Detroit now. We're just outside Detroit.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as being in Hollywood, there's a lot of back in the day when I was younger, I didn't understand the business and I needed help. And some people would be there to support you, and other people would take advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was young and just taken in certain directions where I didn't realize that it was not right what people were doing, like having managers and agents support the photographers who support them, and they're deep pocketing all the money and
Mm-hmm.
all that, and they take advantage of the youth, these child stars that come on the set.
Oh
They're
yeah.
not controlled by their parents, and they're controlled by other people around them in a negative way. And that never got to me because I started off a little bit older, and I didn't allow that to get to me because I was more mature. But even
But let's
then,
go back that you knew Bing Crosby and Mel Brooks and everybody else that lesson that in a young life taught you a lot too.
yeah, I actually
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I got talking to people early on and got noticed in a way that most people wouldn't, and really was aware of what I was doing and not being manipulated by these people like piranhas who are
Mm-hmm.
out there to get your money and make life bad for you and just overall destroy your life. I didn't need that in my life, and my parents were my mentors, and they really were great in my development, and I cherish that because I didn't end up ruining my life over,
Right.
some movie or something like that.
Right, right. You hear about the what do they call it, the casting couch, and it's not just women that is affected by that when it does happen. Men too. Have you ever been approached? Oh, you want this role? Well, then you gotta.
Yeah, I never really went down that path. I'm an aggressive guy, standing on my own, and I don't agree with that kind of activity. And I just stayed away from anybody who was acting funny around me, or going to Hollywood parties or something like
That is
that.
so
That would
great.
kind
That
of
is
get me into the loop. But actually, one time, something happened on a set where somebody drugged my drink,
whoa.
and I couldn't believe it. It was in a limo, and I fell to the floor, and it was not it was just not right, and I
Wow.
knew I had to stay aware and going forward that people and places and things, they all change, and you should be aware of your surroundings. So that brought a light to my eyes.
Wow.
I don't think that a lot of people you know think about things like this, because they haven't been around and they haven't really experienced everything, and I have a guy that's actually involved with my service who's just starting out, and he is looking to expand his ability to get booked, and I'm telling him we're going to start you and create and mold your brand on social media and things like that. And it's just a matter of getting friendly with the talent, and making sure that they don't overexpose themselves in any which way, or depreciate what they really have and what they can bring to the table.
Well, you're fortunate and lucky and blessed and multi-talented that you didn't gear down that path, and you know better, and you can just go into one of your acting characters and be like, look, I will mess your ass
Well,
up.
I keep it real. You pick up vibes. You know where a person
Yeah,
is coming from.
yeah.
Whether
Well,
it's good vibe, bad vibes, right off the start. Come
right.
on.
Yeah, exactly. I've
There it is.
involved with driving Giancarlo Esposito in my
That
limousine
was you.
one night, and he's from the hit show Breaking Bad as the chef. I don't know if you remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Well-known actor, and actually he asked me for relationship advice, and he gave me some philosophical ways of thinking about life in general. That's the kind of people I like to deal with.
That's all
People
right.
that you see every day, and when you do see them, you have some conversation, and if they like you, they'll bring you into the conversation and develop some relationship with you.
That's what's up. 30 years now. For me as a stand-up comedian, I've had to learn my own way when it comes to memorizing lines. You, as an actor, is responsible for memorizing lines. Is it for you? Is there a technique or a message that helps you memorize your lines?
Yeah, memorizing lines has always been a struggle for me, but I managed to do it in different ways. I like to reread, the different sides that I get,
Mm.
in a way that I can think of keywords and then go off of that, and use a monologue that maybe develop the character in a different way that maybe would define that in a way, in such that the director would like, and just making sure that your information is correct, and all that that you're trying to put together is all put together in a nice show.
So how easy, if it is, or how difficult is it for you to switch into a character role and create that
Oh,
personality with it?
how can you improv?
Yeah, I can improv. I
Oh,
just need the right director.
oh,
The director is everything. He'll
oh.
get you in the mood to switch character roles, and switch your thought of what the viewer wants to see, and I enjoy that.
Well, I'm not a director, but we're going to take just a few moments. I'm going to put you to the test. We're going to do a little icebreaker. Now, there's just two things. One, I'm going to say, and I would like for you to at least twice. If you give me more, fine. But give me a different accent, tone, character, something to the sentence that I'm going to say. And then I have another one that I want you to do. Okay, so like, hello, nice to meet you. Let me hear how you could give me that differently.
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you.
Okay.
I love that. Now, this next one, Smooth Tim has come up with that we want to see if you can say. And this is it. Seriously, I eat Raisin Bran for many reasons. That's funny.
Seriously, I eat Raisin Bran for many reasons. Seriously, I eat Raisin Bran for many reasons. Seriously, I eat Raisin Bran for many reasons.
That is so great.
We'll get him on a Raisin Bran convention. We don't need those guys.
Well, you know, that was great. I appreciate you even for participating. I couldn't think. I was wanting to think of something different. I want to get him to
Oh,
do.
that's all right.
But I want to also share this short video sample of your 30-year journey as a successful actor, model, and artist. So, if you will, check this out. Wow. Very multi-talented, I must say. That's some great art there that you do. Very,
Yeah, so I
wow.
want to introduce my art to you. As I've been doing art throughout my life, I just recently had some gallery showings in LA, and part of them were the pictures that you seen there at the slideshow there you showed.
Very
And
good.
yeah, I've been developing my art through the years, and my mom and my family, they think I have a talent for it, and I'm continuing to prove that I do. And it's really interesting how art in itself is like acting,
It's so
Well,
calming
transforming and
too.
molding yourself.
Yeah.
all I can say about art, Doug, is I sure the hell hope you get famous before you die.
Yeah.
You know how that works.
Hey, you're good at what you do. That is very good. Oil painting, yes.
Yeah.
That is so
In
great.
fact, I got a couple pieces here, which I could show you.
Yeah. Oh, look at there.
This is a piece.
So do you have like a
those are vibrant colors. I
really
like that.
nice? Do you have like a website where you show that for maybe someone can check out and purchase?
Yeah, actually, I do. My website's on Facebook. It's Douglas Kampner Acting page. That's one. And then Douglas Kampner Art Gallery Collection page. That's number 2. And that's where you can find my art, and you can purchase anything. And we can talk about, working out a negotiating price and where you can obtain my art. That'd
That's
be
cool.
fantastic.
That's
Now,
real
did you
cool.
pick that up as a stress release? No, on the real.
No, I was sitting here, and I have a lot of art in my room here, and I'm an artist. I like to collect things. I enjoy collecting rock memorabilia, and I have a bunch of
So
art in the background, as you see.
yeah, I see that San Francisco. You're a San Francisco fan, huh?
Yeah, I used to work for the 49ers as a vendor back in the day when Joe Montana was playing with Jerry Rice and all.
That's cool. That's cool.
So you got
And,
some rock memorabilia. You got somebody's guitar neck in there and everything
Do you
else.
play guitar
Yeah,
as well?
actually, I could show you around. This is the Who broken guitars from Pete Townsend.
Wow. That's cool right there.
Yeah, and I also have another Who broken
Check that
guitar as well.
What is up with Pete?
Yeah, Pete is
Pete's a maniac.
he is.
That's funny.
But yeah, just enjoying. I've always been in the music game in LA and in San Francisco, and I just enjoy being around musicians and enjoying their music.
Yeah, music does the body good. We are music heads here as well. But I know that our mindset and our health is important for every day. No matter what career, what you're doing, it is important in everyday life. I know that you do an array of activities and hobbies to keep your mind and your body right. You haven't even gotten to the tip of the iceberg. Like, are you still a blackjack dealer for different parties and things?
Actually, I had to give that up, but it's something I was working on throughout as like an independent contractor, working as in LA on red carpet events and all different types of parties. I even went to Las Vegas, working a little bit, and working at the Hollywood Park Casino here in LA. And no, I enjoy playing and dealing blackjack, but it's better off if I concentrate on my acting career right now.
Right. So what you know about blackjack, you could probably walk into the casino and come out with a good load of money, right?
Yeah, a little money is good. I just don't want to stick around too long to lose it.
Right, right. So
Man, the odds are in favor of the house. Come on, keep it
Yeah,
real.
the house always wins.
Right.
And that's how it goes.
They let you get a little bit and then they take it back. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, so I always seem to gravitate to winning and then going to my hotel room, putting the money away, and then coming back and winning some more and putting it away. And by that time, you don't give it all away at one time.
Right. So let me ask you, Douglas, because over a course of 30 years doing roles and characters that you like or may dislike, was there ever a certain moment in your life where things seemed to diverge from reality?
Well, one of the interesting parts I ever had was being on the show, the TV hit show. If you know, the People versus O.J. Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
I was a body double to John Travolta,
Wow.
and I was also a hand model to that billboard that they had on OJ's face. I was the hand that was clean over OJ's face,
Okay.
and if you look at on it, that actually is my hand. I'm a hand model, and you know, when they do auditions, they always want you to, show your hands,
Mm-hmm.
and I have good hands.
All right. Woo. Are they insured?
Not yet.
That's all right.
But yeah, all that people who worked on that show were just star-studded, and it was really a great show. And recently, I've been working on the Sterling Affairs. It's a TV show coming out on ABC, a miniseries similar to O.J. Simpson miniseries, but this is the Sterling Affairs,
Mm-hmm.
and I was Donald Sterling's friend.
Wow. I think you like what you're doing. You're doing so many great things. I wouldn't want to, this pandemic, by the way, has put a lot of stress on a lot of people in all industries. Some quit, some stop. How did it affect you during and even after this pandemic?
Oh, this pandemic hit me hard. I mean, I couldn't imagine how grateful I am now to, be involved and carry on with my career, because I know people who are in the industry who lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, I was able to finance myself through this controversy that we had here. Um, Number one, I got involved with grants here in LA
Mm-hmm.
to support me losing money in SAG AFTRA and SAG Foundation, and all that really affected helping me get away from losing things financially. So I'm blessed in that manner. As far as my limo jobs, they actually dropped out as well because of the lack of clients that they had,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of directed me to focus more on my acting career.
So, if some famous film director or writer, want to do a documentary or a movie about you, what would you title it?
I would title it, um, what would be a good thing I could say about me? Creativity and strength in numbers, something like that. Strength within the artist at large, something
Okay.
like that would be the title.
Interesting.
And
Interesting.
because I'm multi-talented in many areas of art, it allows me to put my best work forward, and hopefully, the audience responds in a positive manner, and as well as the viewer, the audience, and people who appreciate art. I
Hmm.
need all that to support me in producing more art, and that's what I really want to do.
That's what's up. I'm sure there's someone out there wondering, inquiring minds always want to know, what's your marital status? Married, looking, divorced,
Well,
where
right,
we are?
yeah. Well, right now I'm single and looking to mingle, but keeping my eyes on the prize and my eye on my career in acting. It's hard to manage both, but it's hard in LA to actually meet a lot of people who are, focused not on their career, but focused in a relationship. A lot of people. Um, it's hard to say, why people act the way they do, but I'm looking for an honest person, somebody who is trustworthy and willing to share my relationship and my background and my journey with. And that's really what I'm looking for. But in the meantime, I'm still single and just focused on my career right now.
Have you ever been married before?
No,
Oh,
actually
I
not.
just wondered
I've
if you
been
had ever been
single.
in a long term relationship before, so you know
I've
what
been
you're
in a
looking for.
relationship, but it was just something that kind of worked itself out and went on to different paths in life, and
Sure.
now I'm just, taking care of myself, my parents, and my brother, and my family.
So would your preference be another an actor, actress? Because you see in Hollywood a lot of married couples when they're both into the industry, it's a challenge to keep it going.
Yeah, no, I would like to find somebody that was stable enough to handle relationships in an environment such as the entertainment world, but also appreciates art, and supports my development in art. And that's who I'd like to, finally settle down with, somebody like that.
I hope you do.
Well, I sure hope you do too. You know what you want. You're going places, doing things, and then hey, we're honored to even have you on the show today. I hope you've been enjoying yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you're going anywhere, but what would you like to be remembered by? What legacy
I
would
would
you like?
like to be remembered by my ability to work with other people and be grateful that I was able to, work with many special people in the entertainment world as well as the art world community, and just be somebody that somebody says, "Oh, I have utmost respect for that person. That person's had a wonderful life and is achieving many of his goals."
Outstanding, outstanding. You have a good head on your shoulder. You're strong-willed.
Yeah, thank you
Very,
so much.
I'm very impressed, and I know there's some ladies out here that's gonna be trying to throw some panties at you.
All right.
But listen, before we go, is there anything that you want to add? Any upcoming projects you'd like to share?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that if you want to follow me, you can follow me on my website, www.douglaskampner.com. It gives you all my bio, my photos, my background, my resume, and all that information is on that site. You can Google me, Douglas Kampner. All that information comes up, and would love to work for any production looking for a character actor like myself.
Awesome. 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 Very good. Well, listen, I thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to be in touch with you. Next time when you come on, I'll have a better script that we can all
Oh,
participate and have a
Yeah,
role
we can
in.
actually have a sitcom or
Yeah, we're
something.
going to do
that's
some.
okay. We had a great time together.
We're
Thank you
gonna,
so much,
I
Queen.
really appreciate it. We'll be in touch with you most definitely. Douglas Kampner,
Uh,
everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was super enjoyable.
You got it? I know after some of you have seen this great conversation with Douglas Camper that now you want to be an actor. And that's fine. Right? Right, Smooth?
I'm thinking about it.
Voiceover.
I'm thinking about it.
Hey, you may want to be an artist and get into some paintings. Whatever it is, go for it. Soar and be the best that you can be. 30 years in the entertainment industry. This guy is BAD, bad, good at what he's doing, and I look forward to so much more in store for Douglas Kampner.
I agree.
I told you Smooth had something to tell you. Smooth, what you got?
We
to
do
tell
have
me?
something to tell you, and do not forget to follow The Queen Silvy Show. That's right. Either at www.thequeensylvyshow.com or go to our YouTube page and simply Google The Queen Silvy Show in the search engine for YouTube. While you're there, we would appreciate it if you would please subscribe. And hey, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night to Tim's Tidbits.
That's right.
And don't forget to tune in Thursday night to the Now You Know show.
That's right.
Simply entertainment just for you.
In fact, both shows Wednesday and Thursday, and then evening 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones, but join us for some more super greatness we provide for you as we aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world for you. You know what time it is? I had my cup of tea today. It is time for me to grub and feed my face. And that I shall most definitely do. Go out, make the best and the most of your day. Be kind, if you will. Check on someone and say hi, just because. But with that said,
till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station.
That's right.